Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for August 5th, 2020 from 2 Samuel chapter 13, The Evil Within. Verse 1, Now Absalom, David's son, had a beautiful sister whose name was Tamar. And after a time, Amnon, David's son, loved her. We need to remember that David had many wives, so Amnon and Absalom would be stepbrothers. Amnon's obsession with his stepsister, Tamar, would lead Amnon to sin, as he would entrap Tamar to rape her. Verse 14, But he would not listen to her, and being stronger than she, he violated her and lay with her. To make matters even worse for Tamar, Amnon would then reject her and not ask for Tamar as a wife. Verse 15, Then Amnon hated her with very great hatred, so that the hatred with which he hated her was greater than the love with which he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, Get up, go. The situation was actually even compounded to be made worse by her own brother, who told her to keep quiet and, in effect, enslaved her as his own. Verse 20, And her brother Absalom said to her, Has Amnon, your brother, been with you? Now hold your peace, my sister. He is your brother. Do not take this to heart. So Tamar lived, a desolate woman, in her brother Absalom's house. You might be asking, where's the justice? The justice belonged to King David. Verse 21, When King David heard all these things, he was very angry. But there was no response from King David besides his anger. My thought is that King David must have interpreted the events as punishment against him from God because of the sin with Bathsheba. But remember, God also called David to be king, and as king, it was his job to decide in this matter. King David should have punished both Amnon and Absalom, Amnon for the rape and Absalom for the enslavement of Tamar. But King David was silent. Verse 22, But Absalom spoke to Amnon neither good nor bad, for Absalom hated Amnon, because he had violated his sister Tamar. Why wasn't Absalom enraged at Amnon? Again, Absalom was planning something else. While King David may have interpreted this as God's judgment against him because of the sin with Bathsheba, he would be wrong. More evil was yet to come. We live in a world where there is a lot of evil. This is a hard chapter, and we might shake our heads and be asking the question, why? We will not always know the answer to the question, why? But a much better question for Christians to ask, and especially in the face of evil, is, how can I help? How can I help Tamar and people like Tamar who've been victimized by evil in this world? Christians cannot always defeat, nor can we always prevent evil in this world. But what can we do? What should we do? We should care for those who are victims of the evil in this world. Join me again tomorrow as we see the sins of Absalom grow. God's peace and many blessings be with you. Thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this devotion with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for watching.